is to be
not
consistent.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Consistency.
work.
But yeah, 100%
It's a lot of work.
Consistency,
for
right?
sure, for sure. With anything,
Yes.
right? With
Well,
anything,
yeah,
consistency.
yes. Because the
and
thing
not
is
giving up.
like you start building an audience, or you're building fans, or you're building people or potential clients. Now they expect to see something.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they have a certain expectation on you. So,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
consistency is big.
You
Yeah,
have
100%.
to,
Yeah.
have
100%.
to stay consistent. You know, and even as we're talking about being consistent, we definitely could touch on some of the etiquettes that goes into being an indie or being a business. You understand? All across the board, like things that are super important, like presentation, punctuality, consistency. All these things play a major part in us being successful with our platforms, because
Yes, definitely.
you're inviting other people into your little space or your little world. You understand? And your presentation is a big thing. People want to see something that is consistent. They want to see something that makes sense, that they could connect with, connect to. And those are some of the things that you see on social media, where even business people just don't practice proper presentation. Tanya, you could test to that. You could tell us how important presentation is when it comes to just business across the board, or even being whatever artist or creative. How important it is.
Well,
Presentation.
presentation is very important, because the thing is that it's not you alone, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few things, right? There's always someone watching you, one. So regardless of whether you don't want to be a role model or not,
Yeah,
definitely. There's always somebody watching you, or you might be an inspiration to someone, right? And also, there's people that you want to collaborate with,
right.
and they may be big brands that may be interested in what you're doing
Right.
as well. So depending on how you negotiate it, how you want to work with them.
Yeah.
I mean, recently, a couple of things that have happened in terms of, well, we'll go on the athlete side now.
Yes,
But
definitely.
Naomi Osaka, right? Well, for me, I think she's a young woman tennis player. She's really up there, right behind Serena Williams, basically.
She's actually ranked second in the world right now.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah,
See?
second.
And that was
Wow.
quick
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Like she came out of
I feel like
nowhere, and she just.
I feel like it's only this year, like I've heard of her, yo. Only this year I feel like I've heard of her.
But she hasn't been there that long at the top, right? She got it, so she's really good. And then, when she needed to take a break, and she, decided not to participate in the tournament, in the Open out in France, it was like a big thing, but she needed to take care of her mental health, right? So now to me, it's like, okay, well, you're being at a global level, you're a top paid athlete. There's a lot of pressure on you. All eyes are on you.
Yeah.
They want you to do, and this is where we're talking about the corporate side of things, where in your contract, it stipulates that you have to do these media circles, all these interviews. And she's saying, you're all asking me the same questions, and it's right before you start playing. Anxiety goes up, all the pressure. She needed to take a break, So, they were like up in arms, and oh my God,
But think of
and
it
they
like-
wanted to find her.
They did find her.
Yeah,
They did find her, right?
They did,
So,
yeah.
Was 40,000?
I'm not sure about the price. It's either
It was
15,000 or
crazy, yeah.
40,000. But think of it like this: if I run like WPT, like the world WTP World Tennis Promotions or whatever, and my big star is pretty much telling me to F off, like I'm not going to do your media runs.
Right.
How does that make me feel? Like I'm investing in you. You're the second ranked tennis player in the world, bro. Like you can't be disrespecting me. Like we're gonna have to do something about it. You're breaking your contract, like So I understand she needs to take care of her mental health, but you are on a scale where you are looked at, like you said, as a role model to young women, Japanese women, because she's Japanese and Haitian people. You are a role model to those people, man. She represents Japan when she does world stuff, huh?
Yes,
So
yes.
you are.
Yes,
they made
yes,
they made like
yes.
cartoons about her. You can't be you can't be like doing these type of stuff and messing up your presentation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because of that. But I get it.
But on the flip side, I
get
think
it.
that
I
it
get the health part. I get
kind
it.
of opens up the eyes to these corporations, because they have no idea what it's like to play. Like
They don't care what it's like.
that-
That's
no,
a
but they don't
corporation.
care. That's true. That's true. That is the best one. They don't care.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then
yeah.
Venus came out and saying, like, you can't play how I play. You can't, like, she put it out there as, I guess, a clapback, kind of a
Yeah,
clapback, with that situation, because they understand the pressure,
Right.
because she's an athlete as well,
She was
right?
clapping back at the corporation or the organization?
Like media
Okay,
in general,
okay.
and make them understand, right? Because they understand the world, and a lot of different athletes were in support
Right.
of Naomi,
And she's young too, right?
and she's young,
She's
you
not
know, and
like-
she does a lot, and
She's not.
it's a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's strong, and I'm not sure who's behind her, because I remember that there was interviews when Serena Williams was younger. Her father was always there, and if the media would overstep the boundaries, he would step in and be like, "That's enough."
Right.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah,
you have to protect
yeah.
them.
Definitely.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
So, so I think it's good in a sense that change is going to happen, because all of these other organizations around the world are like, okay, you know what, we're going to back you up. What do you need? What changes need to be happening in order to make it easier? Because at the end of the day, they still want to make money, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So then they need their top players to play.
Yeah.
You know what? The guy,
It's sweet.
the football guy, Beast Mode. I don't remember his name, but he goes by Beast Mode. He doesn't like to talk at media. So what he does, he just sits there and he just doesn't say nothing. If they ask him questions, he just say like, grab a bite of Skittles or something, whatever he's
Yeah, wow.
sponsoring.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not playing. He doesn't say much. Even what's his name too, the
Okay.
basketball player, the one from Washington. He doesn't say nothing to the media either.
That's like Kyrie too. Kyrie was sort of like that though.
Like
Kyrie never used to sit too
they
much
don't
either.
say nothing.
Yeah.
They ask these weird questions to them, and then they just finish playing like 48 minutes of basketball. Like why you
Catch
guys
my
talking
breath.
to me?
And
Like
the same
Yeah.
questions that they ask you
Yeah,
Over and
last
over.
game.
some people are just not good with it, right?
And the media has a way of twisting your words and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know?
But like I said, it's still a corporation, and they still need to play their part as athletes on a bigger scale.
That's fair.
Yeah.
They need to do it.
I guess they should have some type of clause in their contract where they
Maybe
put
do like
they put something in
Renegotiate.
place.
three
Yeah.
media runs out of every
Yeah.
5 games
Yeah,
or something,
yeah,
and you
yeah.
can not do the 2. Or they
Yeah.
got to do something, right? Something has to change in terms of
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Maybe you're like multiple reporters in one room, like one time, as opposed to doing like 10 different stops for
But,
10
no.
different questions.
the
right?
reporters got to be there, because any news conference has reporters. Like there's different reporters from different cities,
Yeah.
so that has to happen.
Gonna
Like,
be there, though.
Yeah.
they have to be there.
You guys think about Miss Richardson?
Sha'Carri.
Sha'Carri, yo.
Is it Sha'Carri?
Yeah.
Is it Sha'Carri?
Sha'Carri.
Sha'Carri.
Sha'Carri, yeah? We
Sha'Carri.
apologize for the Shakira.
Shakira?
Is it
Huh?
Shakira?
Like hips don't lie?
Like
Oh.
No, Shakira. Not the singer.
Not the
Shakira. We're not talking about
My girl,
Shakira.
The athlete.
There's an
The
athlete,
athlete.
Sha'Carri. Hey Siri,
Guys, we apologize.
is it Sha'Carri Richardson or Shakira Richardson?
Let's see what Siri says.
I didn't get that. Could you try again? She doesn't understand me. But it's Sha'Carri. I think it's Sha'Carri.
I think so.
What?
Sorry, there's nothing to repeat.
Oh, hush your
Okay, Siri, take it on. We'll get
It
to
is,
spicy
yeah.
on we here.
Shakari.
It's Sha'Carri.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
what's going on with her?
Sha'Carri, yo.
tell the people.
We basically, just recently she got fined for smoking weed, yo, while she was getting ready for the Olympic Games and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And it was a big media storm, a big storm in the media, yo, when it comes to smoking weed before games and stuff like that. No, my thing with this is that we understand that you're not supposed to be doing drugs before, not even before, as an athlete period, you're not supposed to be doing drugs. You understand? Because they could look at it at so much different ways to look at it. Some people might think it's enhancements, drugs, and all these different things.
For performance, yeah.
So this is my question, yo. Let me hear what you guys think about it, right? Now, different parts of the world now, they start legalizing marijuana, right? So it's no longer considered to be a legal drug to the point where you can actually buy a certain amount and it's legal and stuff like that. So if it's no longer illegal, right? It's a herb. We know it's a herb, right? Why are we paying penalties for smoking weed before a game? What's you guys take on that?
Who wants to go first?
Versus
Tanya, you going first?
Versus steroids or
Going first?
or
Sure.
cocaine
Yeah,
or
go-
crack cocaine or whatever. what you guys think?
Go
on
ahead,
that?
Tanya. Go ahead.
Oh gosh, there's a couple of things. I mean, okay, so yeah, they have the rules set or whatever, and basically the drug rules set is basically to prevent enhancing, like, performance
Right.
type drugs, right? But we all know that munchies and just being laid back is what comes after
Right, true.
the
Yeah,
weed,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So I think that's what really, like,
The company?
imagine if she was running without it, though. Like, she must be like laid back. That's what I'm thinking. She would perform better without it. Like, what's you really think that it was like,
I never thought that would have been a problem though. I know about steroids, we know about different enhancement drugs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I never knew that weed would be classed as like a threat on your health. Or
I don't think they're caught up with the
stipulations when it comes
legalization.
to, it's so touchy.
Yeah,
Some people
yeah,
will
it
be
is.
like, it's a drug and she shouldn't be taking it before any form of games, and then some people will be like, yo, it's not a drug, it's a herb. Everybody smokes weed. You go, someone like we look at on television, some of these news anchors and them, they come and they bring the news to you.
Speak on
They've been
it.
smoking weed before they come on set.
And more stuff.
It's so much. It's such a complex type of topic though. But Dale, let me hear your take on it.
So
yo.
basically, think of it like this, right? Think of it, we're talking about corporate, indie, blah, blah. So corporations, right? Think about if everybody had the pass to smoke weed, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what weed does to you, right? Weed, it slows you down. It relaxes you, right? Makes you feel less anxious, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
disadvantage.
right? So, and yes, it would be a disadvantage. But
Yes.
imagine a lot of athletes are allowed to do this. How would the games be? Sloppy. The games won't be as fun, lazy. There's top celebrities be advertising weed smoking, so the young fans can be like cool with that stuff. Though you have to think about the youth, right? They're thinking about
impact,
like, listen, Olympics happens every 4 years, right? They do runs every so often. But if an Olympic ban, an Olympic is worldwide. You said some countries in the States, some countries in Europe. But what about like these small countries that outlaw that stuff?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How's that look on those people?
Right.
They have to look at it through a whole. You
On a
are
global
competing
scale, yeah.
on a global level, not like a local level, not national, international, global level, bro. You can't be messing up your chance at, representing your country by smoking weed when you could do that maybe after that's done. You know what I'm saying? Or you or like, you just can't be messing up like that. That's just crazy.
So here's my question.
That's crazy. You can't be messing up your chance at representing your country to its highest level on a global scale by smoking weed. And you know the rules.
So my question is, do you think that it hurt her brand though?
Of course. It never hurt her brand, but it hurt her personally. You know what I'm saying? Because now she can't compete in the Olympics. The Olympics is one that probably, like, if I used to run track and field, if my goal would be as a track and field star to be in the Olympics.
Yeah, that's
true.
highest.
That's my highest pinnacle.
Yeah.
Because you want to represent and bring the gold. Yeah.
I want to be able to go home I want to be able to go home to
And
Canada.
just knowing that she did so well, yo, in all the rest of trials and competition, yo, and to come at that moment and just mess it up like that, yo.
Now,
and that goes back to that could tie into your presentation, yo.
that, yes, it
How you
does.
present
Yeah.
yourself and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And if you don't present yourself well, you lost a lot of opportunities.
Now, to defend her, I heard somewhere that she did that because something happened to her mother. I don't know if she passed or she was sick or
Yeah,
whatever.
your mom passed.
Oh, I
Your mom
see.
She did that to cope with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, and still, like, you have a competition to do. Unfortunately, mama's probably dear to her heart. You have to mourn after you finish competing. You take all that pain with you to the Olympics. You kill the competition. You
Bring
come
gold
home
for mom,
and
yeah.
go smoke a pound to your face and cry. That's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? You can't be doing that. You can't be smoking pounds before the competition.
And I think
It's a serious lesson to them. Go ahead, Tanya.
And I think for the corporation too, like, if they let that go, right? So in the years to come, what else are we gonna
Correct.
Are we
push
gonna
to
let
pass?
slide?
Let slide,
Correct.
right? So
Look at
I
the
think
swimmer.
they just have to.
They never let the swimmer pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think they're gonna let her pass?
Yeah.
And she's black?
And it's true. And that's the next thing, too. The thing
Yeah,
about it, too, is like...
yeah.
Respectfully?
I think a lot of people... Like, I get what you guys are saying, and I agree with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people are here saying, like, yo... But weed is not a drug. Why are you guys...
That's not the point.
Why are you guys even pulling her out of the Olympics?
Whether it was a drug or not a drug, it's been a drug. It's been a drug for the last decade.
When you guys
2
legalized
decades
it,
ago,
tell us we could
4
buy
decades
it.
ago, it was a drug.
You know? That's how a lot of people are looking at it. Yo,
The
but
change
I mean,
happened
Yeah,
in the last
true.
5 years. It's not going to change permanently for the next 10.
people are going to have different perspectives, though. But I agree with you 100%. When it comes to you're under a corporation, you're a brand as big as that, you have to take responsibility for your actions, and you have to understand that there's a lot of people and a lot of kids that are looking up to you. And I know she just get pushed into this new
Yeah.
form of celebrity or spotlight or
Yeah.
popularity, however you want to put it, though. And she has to learn very quickly that yo, life is never going to be the same as far as my presentation when it comes to
Yeah.
being a public persona.
It's
So-
pretty big though, because you're representing your whole country.
The whole country.
That's the thing.
So it's definitely a lesson to learn in there, yo.
But
Yeah,
listen,
definitely.
listen to this. I want to do a little quick. Let's do a little